This is ABC 7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Bradenton's Old Main Street could soon be getting a bit of a facelift.
City is looking at fixing up an area that city officials say is looking a little old and tired as of late. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us now live with more on what they're looking to do there. Rick?
Yeah, guys, Old Main Street here in Bradenton certainly does have a quaint feel to it. City officials are now pushing hard for upgrades to this area. New and improved landscaping, better lighting, and wider sidewalks could soon be coming to Bradenton's Old Main Street. Maria Favasuli is owner of the popular Fav's Italian restaurant on Old Main Street. She and many of her employees believe a little makeover of the area will bring long-term positive results.
We've been here 16 years and it's definitely come a long way. I think it'll be good for everyone and bring more people. You know, maybe new businesses.
The city says the improvements would take place on Old Main Street between Manatee Avenue and 3rd Avenue. Bradenton Mayor Wayne Poston tells us this is a way they are attempting to stay ahead of all the wear and tear on Old Main Street and in other parts of the city.
Let's see what new innovations we can do, what new materials are out there that weren't available when we did it the first time, what lighting is available. I mean, just the advent of LED lighting over the last 4 years has just been amazing.
If things go according to plan for the city of Bradenton, Old Main Street here could start to see some big improvements before the end of the year. Many people we talked with are in support of the improvements. Carol Johnson, who lives and works in Bradenton, likes the idea of the upgrades as long as it doesn't compromise the multitude of great events that take place in and around Old Main Street.
In any changes that they make, they're still able to accommodate the festivals and the markets that have become known for down here.
The city would like the improvements done to Old Main Street at the same time as when the Spring Hill Suites Hotel is being built there, as well as a parking garage. That work is expected to get underway within the next couple of months. They're hoping the half-cent sales tax passes to help pay for these improvements to Old Main Street. And the mayor says City Council will be talking all about this in the coming weeks. Reporting live from Bradenton this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. A follow-up now on the Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Festival. Organizers are calling this year's event a success. One major change this year, instead of a parade on Friday night, powerboats were parked along Main Street for a block party. Organizers say they've received positive feedback from the community. The races of Lido Key Saturday and Sunday also went off without a hitch, with 100 racers taking part. The event raises money for Suncoast charities. However, it will still be a few weeks before we know how much money was raised this year. One negative note from the weekend, Mote Marine Lab officials say they found 3 dead sea turtles after the racing concluded. Mote officials say those turtles were killed by boat strikes.
The Panama Canal is celebrating the reopening of its wider, deeper channel, and Port Manatee is in a prime location to take advantage of new cargo traffic. Port Manatee is the closest U.S. port to the Panama Canal, and officials are working to capitalize on this opportunity. The port's director says more ships coming to the area will create new employment opportunities.
Overall, it's a very long-term effect. It's really, an opportunity that keeps on bringing additional jobs to the area.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, we'll show you how soon the Suncoast will be seeing the benefits from this Panama Canal expansion.
The Florida Supreme Court will hear arguments in a dispute between Sarasota County and the area's private hospitals. The funding dispute centers on a 2003 state law that directed the county to reimburse the hospitals for indigent care. Last year, an appeals court ruled the reimbursement requirement of the law unconstitutional. Doctors Hospital, Englewood Community Hospital, and Venice Regional are now asking the Supreme Court to rule on this issue. Those hospitals claim that by caring for indigent people, they are performing a public good and deserve to be reimbursed. The court will hear the case October 5th.
The town of Longboat Key is seeking final approval to bury all of the island's utilities, but pushback from a few residents may slow down that process. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us now in the studio with the latest. Adam.
Scott and Haley, thank you. Everyone paid the same in the first phase to bury utilities along Gulf of Mexico Drive, but to move forward, some residents will be asked to pay more than their neighbors, something not everyone seems willing to do.
You'll hear this noise.
For the 27th time, underground power lines are on a Longboat Key agenda. Even though this second phase to bury all island utilities along with the ones on Gulf of Mexico Drive should cost the same, some properties were shocked to see the new tab.
We're paying like 4 times the amount, 3.5 times the assessment that other similar condominium properties are paying up and down the island.
Steve Zook manages the Beachcombers 40 condo units, where owners have been assessed over $4,000 each to bury just one nearby power pole.
We feel it's just been an error and we need to draw their attention to it.
They're assessing us as if they were running 39 different cables to the building, which is unheard of.
But town manager Dave Bullock says that price tag also includes direct benefits to safety and reliability.
A condominium or single-family home is assessed based on the benefit. There's several factors, but one of the factors is proximity to an overhead line.
Properties like Beachcomber that are within 55 feet of a pole are categorized as having special benefits.
The benefit is the elimination of that line, burying it underground, and by the way, replacing it with a brand new electrical distribution system.
Most who spoke at Tuesday's meetings fell into this category, although some argued they've been assessed power lines that are on nearby residential streets instead of their own.
This is a project that's taking place off of our property that has nothing to do with our property.
We can find absolutely no special benefit.
Residents hoping to bury this project until the town can reevaluate the cost. Commissioners are still undecided after more than 4 hours of debate. Some have proposed taking property assessments all the way back to square one under a different model. We'll bring you that decision later tonight. Scott and Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Adam.
Let's get a check on the steamy hot weather out there today. Oh, just awful if you didn't have air conditioning.
No kidding.
Here's John with more.
Absolutely right. You know, we get those afternoon thunderstorms kind of cool us off just a little bit, but the almanac for today shows our high temperature was at 94. And with a little back of the envelope computation, the relative humidity factored in with that temperature of 94 gives you a feels like of about 106 degrees. Well, the normal temperature would be 89, so we're obviously running well above that average high, and I think that's going to be the case over the next several days as well. Don't see any relief from that. No large-scale showers headed back toward the coast anytime soon. In fact, across the entire peninsula, there are few showers to be seen. How long is that going to last? Well, we'll talk about the forecast coming up in just a few. Back to you.
All right, John, thank you. Italian police have arrested a suspect in the death of an American student. Authorities in Rome are questioning a homeless man accused of murdering Bo Solomon. Solomon's body was pulled from the Tiber River yesterday, and his family says he had a head wound and blood on his shirt. Solomon's brother described him as an athlete who successfully battled cancer for years as a child.
He had over 15 to 20 procedures growing up throughout his life and was able to overcome all that.
The student from Wisconsin was last seen early Friday morning at a pub. He had just arrived in Rome for an exchange program at John Cabot University. The university says it was alerted by Solomon's roommate, who was worried when Solomon did not show up for orientation on Friday.
Florida Democrats say they will continue to seek regulations on the sales of weapons to people on the federal watch list. With only a single Republican joining the Democrats, there was not enough legislative support for a requested special session to deal with gun control. The request was in response to the nightclub shooting in Orlando. The focus of this special session would have centered around a proposed prohibition on gun sales to people on the federal terrorism watch list. 2 Democratic House members joined Republicans in voting against the session, including Michelle Raywinkle Vasalinda. She says that gun issues are too complex to deal with in a short special session.
I think there's other issues underlying it that we can all come together and decent people can agree instead of setting the line in the sand and getting everybody set for battle.
Holding a special session would have required support from 60% of the members of the House and Senate. The TSA is making more changes to try to speed up airport lines and improve security. The agency plans to start using computed tomography or CT scanners to inspect carry-on bags at the Phoenix airport by the end of the year. CT scanners are already used to screen checked baggage. The TSA says it will work with American Airlines to make other changes to speed up the screening this fall in Miami, Chicago, Dallas, and Los Angeles. The TSA says the changes will cut the travelers' time that they spend in line by about 30%. That's promising. 30%.
Probably be after the summer travel season that all this is in place, though,
yeah,
right?
the fall.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, Ford under investigation. The exhaust problem being reported by owners of Explorer SUVs.
Plus, the almost impossible task of getting kids to eat their veggies. What marketing tactics may sway even the picky eaters? That's next.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7 weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast. On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
There's new research that shows compounds in marijuana may remove brain toxins associated with Alzheimer's disease.
Preliminary evidence by scientists at the Salk Institute found that THC and other compounds found in marijuana can promote the cellular removal of amyloid beta, a toxic protein associated with Alzheimer's. The results could help develop treatments for the disease. According to the National Institutes of Health, Alzheimer's disease affects more than 5 million Americans and is a leading cause of death.
We know that advertising can influence kids' picky eating habits, but usually that swings toward the junk food aisle. Now it looks like some souped-up veggies may be here to save the day. ABC7's Alex Redmond explains.
Snacks and TV. For too many kids, they go hand in hand, and the power of advertising could be at least partly to blame. A new study showing that kids eat more calories while watching commercials for unhealthy foods. 30 more calories per day on average. Those who ate the most tended to be boys and kids under 8. But another study now suggests that this advertising power may also be used for good. A group of researchers led by The Ohio State University watched what elementary schoolers ate after seeing a squad of veggie superheroes like Todd Tomato and Zach Zucchini talk about superfoods. Researchers decorated school salad bars with a banner featuring these characters, and the number of students who added veggies to their plates doubled, from 12.6% to 24%. Even more impressive, airing video clips of the super veggies alongside the banners almost tripled the percentage of students who loaded up from the salad bar. So while advertising is often used to drive kids to pizza, ice cream, and other delectables, this study reveals that sometimes good for you may triumph over evil. For ABC 7, I'm Alex Redmond, your Suncoast News.
Let's hope it sticks. Let's head over to John and take a look at this hot weather.
Just oppressively hot. Current air temperature is at 92 degrees. That's down 2 degrees from the daytime high, but still with a dew point of 74. It just feels so muggy out there. We have feels like temperatures which, while not quite at the advisory level, which would be like 108 or above, we're pretty close to it. 106 today, I calculated. A lot of the day it would be like 100 to 104, so that's pretty sticky. And that was 90 degrees by about 9 o'clock this morning. So we're in for that again tomorrow, it looks like. West wind coming in at about 9, not helping the situation, just pushing the humidity across the region. 95 Wauchula, Arcadia 93, Myakka 94, in Parrish 93, in Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 92, 90 in Venice, 88 degrees in Inglewood, 92 degrees in Northport. They've had some showers there, so it's probably feeling pretty steamy now that those showers are dissipating. 92 in Punta Gorda, and then along the coastline, 87, a little cooler at Longboat Key. Not much in the way of rainfall across the entire peninsula, actually. Oh, we got a few spotty thunderstorms here and there. Tallahassee's got one. Kennedy Space Center, close to, has one. Tampa has one. But locally, just not a lot of action. You know, we had some pretty good thunderstorms a little earlier on, coming up from the south, crossing the Lee County line, and then into Charlotte County, and then Northport's a little bit of rainfall. But right now, the only thing really left to speak of is moving toward areas of Laurel in a very slow drift, and it's only going to produce a little bit of patchy drizzle, not much in the way of any kind of rainfall. There's some inland stuff, but it's also very, very light. The reason? High pressure. Right, basically sitting over us, nosing in from the Atlantic and solidly in control of our weather. That sinking dome of high pressure, not allowing any rain showers to build and grow in the sky. Also, there's several layers of some fairly drier air aloft, but in general, of course, the surface at the moisture making it hard to imagine there's dry air anywhere to be found. We have one area of low pressure in the center of the country that could produce some severe weather today or this evening in parts of the northern tier, but nowhere near our area is severe weather predicted. So if you're traveling to the Atlanta airport or the Raleigh-Durham airport, should be no problem whatsoever. As I said, it's pretty quiet across the entire state. Maybe a few scattered showers down to the south of us this evening in the Florida Straits, but I don't think we're going to see too much in the next several days, so warm afternoons will be the rule, as we won't have those cooling showers to take the edge off things. Light and variable winds allows that sea breeze to push well inland and carry the showers with it. So along the coastline, you're not going to see a whole lot. And I guess we could call it a bit of a dry spell, considering this time of year a 40 or 50% chance of rainfall would not be out of the question, and I doubt we rise much above rainfall chance of about 20%. Look at that tan color here. That's dry air, and it is in our forecast. In fact, not only close by Florida, but right across the Atlantic. And it's one of the reasons we don't have much of a hurricane chance over the next several days, or several weeks, probably. This is a picture of the day, as far as I'm concerned. It's Saharan dust coming off the African coast. Reds and yellows indicate very dry air that are not going to support any kind of tropical development. And that's what's out in the Atlantic right now. As far as our weather goes, light conditions as far as wind goes, so it's nice boating weather, smooth out there on the waters, and only a 20% chance of showers for at least the next several days with really warm temps. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. No accidents right now, but traffic is backed up on US 301 in the southbound lanes. That's near University Parkway.
The government is investigating complaints from Ford Explorer owners. The owners say they smell exhaust gas inside their SUVs when they hit full throttle. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it's received more than 150 complaints involving Explorers with model years between 2011 and 2015. One driver says the odor caused a crash, but no injuries have been reported. Ford says it's cooperating with this investigation.
Tesla is building cars at a faster pace, but it's having problems delivering them to customers. The electric car maker says it has delivered only 78% of the more than 18,000 cars it built in the second quarter. Tesla blamed the jump in undelivered cars to its, quote, extreme manufacturing ramp up at the end of the second quarter. The company expects to deliver 50,000 cars in the next 6 months to some very excited owners who will receive them.
And then the Model 3 comes out, the more affordable one,
which will probably,
there's a huge demand.
Yeah,
so
bigger demand.
I think a lot of people are interested in seeing how they respond to that demand with that new model.
How to keep up. It's pretty cool. Entertainment news is next.
At ABC7, our entire weathercast is dedicated to the Suncoast, and now we bring it to you like never before with the all-new official Suncoast forecast.
Beach and boating forecast. The winds will be out of the northwest at 10 knots.
Now, with the most advanced graphics and technology, we bring you weather where you live, pinpointing right down to your neighborhood.
Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront,
the all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
On the Suncoast.
And across America, the news you care about
is on your Suncoast News at 5.
And ABC World News Tonight at 6:30.
People you trust. Scott Dennis, Haley Wilkes, David Muir.
First, the Suncoast.
And then the world.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
The actress who was the first to play Superman's love interest on screen has died.
Noelle Neal was 95 years old. She died Sunday at her home in Tucson, Arizona, following a long illness. Neal first took on the role as Lois Lane in the 1948 Columbia movie serial Superman. She then reprised the part in the 1950s series The Adventures of Superman. She also played Lois Lane's mother in 1978 Superman and had a bit part in Superman Returns in 2006. Actor Jesse Williams' viral BET award speech has prompted 2 online petitions. One petition calls for the Grey's Anatomy star to be fired. It has more than 5,200 signatures. The other petition voices support for TV's Dr. Jackson Avery. It has more than 19,500 signatures. Williams received this year's BET Humanitarian Award for his work with the Black Lives Matter movement.
Debbie Rowe, who was once married to Michael Jackson, has been diagnosed with breast cancer. The former nursing assistant confirmed her diagnosis to Entertainment Tonight. She and the late pop star first met when she was working in his dermatologist's office. Rowe gave birth to their son in 1997. Their daughter was born the following year. Jackson and Rowe divorced in 1999.
British actress Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are welcoming a second daughter. Krasinski, who's best known for his role as Jim Halpert on NBC's The Office, posted the news on Twitter yesterday, writing, "2 weeks ago, we met our beautiful daughter, Violet." Blunt and Krasinski's first child, Hazel, was born in 2014. Blunt is set to play Mary Poppins in an upcoming sequel of the classic Disney film.
That's a Hollywood marriage that really seems to be working.
For now.
Yeah,
I always hate to say that, and then I
know.
jinx it, and then we hear these reports, but it sounds like it's going well, so good for them. We'll be right back.
Stay with us.